Hey guys, it's Benji the Body Whisperer here. Just gonna jump right into my workout. I did 2 sets of stairs already, and I'm gonna continue this on for a while. I decided I originally was just gonna do it 7 days. Now I think I'm gonna do it 30, just to get back into it. And the one thing I'm gonna add is when I leave the house, I have some pull-up bars. So when I leave the house to go get my coffee, I'm gonna do a set of, maybe I'll do like a couple, like 10 pull-ups, wait a second, 10 pull-ups, leave, go get the coffee, come back, 10 pull-ups, 10 pull-ups, and just do that like on a regular basis, and just see what happens for the next 20, well, if I did 23 days, so if I do 30 days. So today I've done the stairs. I'm gonna do the 10 that I did last week, and I'm gonna run through that with you guys, and then afterwards I'm gonna just roll out on the balls, which I think I did in episode 69 or 70. So I'm gonna probably not do that on the video. I'll just do the workout on the video, rolling out on my own. So hope that helps. So I got this all set up, timer ready to go. So we're gonna start off with just a bent over stretch. So remember with this, feet about hip width apart, relaxing the shoulders, and 3, 2, 1. And then we're just going to roll the spine down slowly. And paddle the feet back and forth. Take a deep breath. Okay, yep, paddle the feet. Now put the hands, left hand on the right elbow, left hand on the left hand on the right elbow. Sway from side to side. Good. Shake the head, yes. Nod the head, no. Drop the hands and roll up the spine slowly, coming to the top. Take the shoulders and roll them back in 3, 2, 1. That's it, break. If you need to, just come back onto your hands here and just take a sec. We're gonna jump down. I'm gonna do T push-up. All right, and start. Just doing 2 push-ups in between, just for kind of changing it up. Do a few extra push-ups. My balance is wonky today. And stop. So that's 2. Now we're gonna do twist. Again, I've kind of honed in on what, a little out of breath there. Now remember, with twist, you're getting, I'm gonna stop talking about it, because if you haven't been watching, go back, right? And because I hope to make this a little bit interesting for people. So I was watching a thing on YouTube. There's a guest on a pretty popular podcast. I don't tend to watch his stuff a ton, but I watch some of his things. I do enjoy some of his guests. I just haven't been involved, so I'm not necessarily that you can be behind on some of his, because it's just meeting people, right? Kind of notable people of the day. Joe Rogan. So he was meeting with a guy, I forget his name, but he was talking about how you should never be sore. And it has been something that I've been intrigued by lately. There, stop. This idea of doing less more often. And I've noticed it over the last few years is like just the consistency. 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna do inchworm. You know, I've noticed with my consistency that if I've been consistent, it makes up for intensity, but still needing to do intensity from time to time once you're ready. I wouldn't jump right into it, especially if you've been out of it for a while, but you know, you can add that intensity, and that intensity kind of depends on what you need the intensity for. You know, I'm not training to fight anyone, I'm not training to compete against anyone for money or anything like that. So it's more for just my own personal, you know, and it's probably more aesthetic and then also health-wise. So he's talking about how if you, when it's, instead of maxing out 3 times a week, go to 70, maybe spiking into a little bit once a week or so. Okay, break. So he's talking is like, you know, you could go roll on the mat for 2 hours a day and just kill yourself. And then he says roll on the mat like as like mixed martial arts is I think his background. All right, we're gonna do squat. Is his background. So his theory is like, or let's say he's talking about wrestling. He goes, okay, you could go 3 days a week, kill yourself. Just go in there, hard. Be so sore that you can't work out the next day, and then you can the next. And so he's like, you get 2 hours a week, so that's 6 hours, or 2 hours a day, 6 hours a week. And then you do that times 52, you know, 52 weeks in a year. And you get so many, let's say you have 100, I'm just throwing it out there, is like, whatever the number is, 300 hours or whatever that you get from that. But what he's saying is like, if you time on the mat and learning and playing, he's like, he talks about flow, and I think about flow in a lot of ways in life, and this idea of when things are just kind of like, when you're having fun with something, you're gonna want to keep doing it. So that's what he's talking about. Instead of like killing yourself, go at 70%, maybe peak up into there a little bit, into the 100, you know, up near 100%. Know what that feels like, stop. Know what that feels like, but don't always train like that. So he's saying like, then I can train every day of the week. So we're gonna get down into downward dog. So getting into a plank. So he can train every day of the week, let's say. And in that same year, you know, he's getting 3 times as much, or twice as much training in, right? But and you know, the training and the training and the work is great, but after a little bit of time, you know, both of you are gonna be out of breath. I mean, if one person is like obviously like so much further in shape than the other person and can just strength and outperform them, you know, but these guys are pretty close. So then it comes down to skill, and skill is practice, skill is time, you know, getting that 10,000 hours to become, you know, an expert in something. So rather than just killing yourself, you do a little bit less more often, right? So it's something I'm gonna play around with. I like the concept. Okay, break. So that was downward dog. Now I'm gonna do with one cobra in there. So now I'm gonna do cobra with one downward dog. So get back into plank, dropping down in chaturanga, and we're just gonna put the feet down, flex the back, and go again, picking up the feet, picking up the hands. All right, now we're gonna do a mini cobra, and now into full cobra. And going down into downward dog. And we're gonna go back down. Tiny cobra. Hands and feet. So flexing that back and relax. And now we're gonna do a mini cobra and then a full cobra. Relax and breathe. And we're gonna just finish off with this, paddling back and forth, walking the feet up, and you're finished. All right, and standing up. So now I'm gonna do TheraBand. Just getting a little lightheaded. Just be careful. Don't overdo. So yeah, I don't know, it's just an interesting thing. It's like, what are you gonna do? Like I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, I would rather maintain my physical, where I'm at right now today than get any better. Unless I was doing it for something specific. If I needed to get better for something very specific, right? But I feel good physically. I feel like I can do everything I kind of want to do. I'm getting better at things, getting more flexible, so I'm keeping up on it. And so that's great, but at the same time, if I kind of maintain this, my thought is like, if I take care of my body, take care of my diet, take care of, obviously, you're gonna have treats and you're gonna have bad food and stuff like that, and that's, again, that's not the problem, because, everything in moderation, even, moderation, as they say. So you want to have a little bit of fun, so I enjoy my popcorn and stuff like that, but what I'm thinking is, if I could maintain what I am right now for the next, my goal is like, don't have to get any better, just maintain, maintain my diet, get the things I need to, enjoy it, have a little bit of like restraint within it as I need to, and then enjoy it from, holidays and going and seeing my family and having treats that are, I really enjoy that people make. That's part of it. So it's, it's just part of the cycle. But I feel like I've gotten into a nice groove where I know kind of how much I eat in a day and what I eat and what works for my body and what doesn't work for my body, what causes, issues and stuff like that. I still have a couple that I'm still trying to figure out, but at the same time, I'm getting, I think for the most part, I think sometimes when I go on vacations, I'm getting stuff that I don't normally have, and then I can tell, I notice differences. But again, I kind of feel like, because it isn't all the time, maybe it's like 2 weeks a year or whatever it is. This last year was, I did go home for about a month just because it was in between contracts and whatnot. So it's a little longer than that, but let's say going into the future, it's not like that. Maybe it is 2 weeks a year for vacation, or whatever I end up taking for vacation. As anymore, I tend to find that I just enjoy my day-to-day. To me, going out and walking in the morning is just a really nice, relaxing thing. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. So, but as I continue on and keep moving forward and keep having more responsibilities, which is my hope, I'm looking for more responsibility in producing my own work and stuff like that. So that's it. Take care, everybody. Binge the Body Whisperer out. Keep moving, people. If you have any questions or anything, leave a comment below. If you'd like to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be alerted to any new videos on here. Because sometimes I always post on YouTube, but sometimes I don't get around to then transferring it to Facebook or whatnot. So I'm gonna try and get better and more consistent about that. So keep moving, people. Binge the Body Whisperer out.